everybody, it's Christine, and lately I've been getting a lot of emails and questions about how to stop obsessive thinking. Like when there's a certain person who has pitched a tent in your head and you can't seem to get him or her out of it, or there's a situation you're really worried about, or perhaps something happened in the past that you just can't seem to get out of your mind. Obsessive thinking is annoying, first of all, and it's really, really draining, and it takes up so much energetic space in our mind that it's really, really important to get ourselves out of the habit and pattern of obsessing. The thing about it is that the way we try to get out of it is by talking over and over and over and over again about the same thing. And if you don't know, insanity is defined as doing the same thing over and over and over again and expecting a different result. So just talking about it incessantly isn't going to help the situation. So I have two approaches for you, two techniques that I know work because I've used them in my own life and I use them with my clients. So the first is a take on journaling. When you notice yourself obsessing, grab your notebook and your pen or pencil and just start writing. This is different than just standard journaling where you're actually writing in a legible way so you can maybe go back and read it. This is total stream of consciousness writing where you're writing so fast it almost looks like scribble. And just try to have your hand keep up with your mind. Our thoughts move a lot faster than our hand can, so just write whatever is next up. And again, it's going to look like scribble. It doesn't matter if it's not legible. And keep writing until you're sick of it, until you're exhausted, until your hand starts cramping. Because the thing with obsessive thought is it gets in a loop, and if we can mind dump it out, if we can get it all out, sometimes that alleviates it. When you're done with the writing, you do not keep it. This is not a souvenir that you want to hang on to. You rip it up or you burn it. You get rid of it, and it's really symbolic of letting go of the obsessive thought. So technique number 2 is a take on a cognitive behavioral therapy technique. And cognitive behavioral therapy is all about changing behavior, changing action. It's less about going back and rehashing the past. And it's called the rubber band technique. And maybe you've heard of it, or maybe you've done it. But what it is you wear a rubber band around your wrist, and whenever you find yourself engaging in that obsessive thought, you give it a little snap. And the reason this works is because the body doesn't like pain, and it does anything it can to avoid pain. And anytime we associate, unconsciously or consciously, a thought with a pain, our mind doesn't like that. And it will start to reprogram our mind because it goes, oh, when I think that, I get this, so we'll start doing it less. Now, I'm not telling you to inflict pain on yourself, so please don't take it there. Because let's face it, this little rubber band doing this, it doesn't hurt that bad, really. It's sort of more like a wake-up call than it is actual pain. But it will still register unconsciously as something we don't like. So it helps us get out of that habit and that pattern of the obsessive thinking. Now, I add a layer to this, which is after the little snap, I fill myself with love. I fill myself with forgiveness, and I think about something in the present moment that I can bring my attention to be grateful for. So it's one thing to kind of do this and be like, I don't want to think that, but then even up-level your energy more by forgiving yourself or a person or situation, by having gratitude for something, by noticing something in the present moment like a beautiful green pillow or a comfy couch or the smell of the air, whatever it is, and just take a deep breath and fill yourself with that love so that there's a little snap of pain, but then there's that love and that forgiveness and that compassion. So you have my encouragement to beat obsessive thinking because there's so much creativity that wants to come in. There's so much inspiration and your intuition wants to speak to you. And when the volume of that obsessive thinking is up so loud, it's hard for all that other guidance to come in. Your mind is your most powerful resource, and I know sometimes it can feel like it's running away with you, but you have dominion over it. And it takes that consciousness and it takes that attention. Don't allow yourself to be the victim of your own obsessive thinking. You can change it. You have my encouragement and support. Much love and many blessings, and I'll see you next week.